Bro, this finally feels like a guitar. I feel like I deserve to play a professionally set up guitar. And you do too. Stop asking me about string height! I don't know how to fix that. You can only save yourself. You can only save your own guitar. Save it now. Save it now. Hey, what's up music lovers, are you ready? This is Robert Jakob's guitar vlog number 2. I just want to share some experience I had with this guitar. The title of this video may be Fix Your Guitar Now! Why you should get a professional setup on your instrument. Guitar, drums, piano, whatever it is. I'm playing guitar right now. Let me remove this strap real quick. Because what I just found out is that most Martin guitars have a nitrocellulose layer on them, and actually if you use the wrong guitar straps or guitar stands, this finish might just become liquid and you might have to get it fixed. Which is maybe why the man at the guitar store said, my guitar would deserve a little more care. He took the guitar and he said, oh, that's a beautiful guitar, but it would deserve a little more care. Looks fine to me. So let me tell you why maybe it's a good idea to get a professional setup for your guitar. Because I frequently get questions about string height, how to adjust strings, how to adjust the neck, whatever, if things are buzzing. Obviously, your playing should be buzzing. So when I first got this guitar, when it arrived I think 2 years ago, it sounded really good. There were original Martin strings on this one, but actually it was really hard to play. And me being a very intuitive person, I never really check for technicals. I don't check for problems. I just go and play or work with whatever I got. So maybe for the first 6 months up to the first year, I was just playing the guitar how it came. But actually when this guitar arrived, the strings were way too high. They were just up 2 centimeters or something. So I was Googling about string height on Martins, and some people were saying that initially Martins deliver their guitars with a very high string setup so that the people can adjust them to their liking. But then the man at the guitar store said that's not really true. I don't know, sometimes you just end up on the first forum and you just believe what people say there. So I just really loved the sounds. The strings were way too high, but I just kept playing it like this. And I have been just working on some fingerstyle songs for some time, with which I actually had, I wouldn't say trouble, but it took me a long time to adjust from playing with the ping to also being able to play with the fingers. And I don't know if it was beneficial to start with very high strings. Sometimes it feels like, you know, in Dragon Ball, I think in one of the first episodes in Dragon Ball, they are at this tournament. Son Goku is fighting against Piccolo, I believe. And at first he's losing, or like they're equal. And then at one point, Son Goku takes off all the weights he has under his clothes. And people are amazed like how he fought like that with all these weights under his clothes. And then when he removes all of the extra weights, he's just way faster and he just destroys Piccolo, I think. So sometimes I look at it from like a training perspective. Okay, I played with such high strings for such a long time, unnecessarily. So maybe it will feel way better when I actually got a proper setup. So at first what I did is I watched a lot of YouTube videos and just learned how to set up this Martin myself. I just bought some actually vegan bridges. I think some are still made of bone, but then I found some made out of artificial bone. The first one, I just made it way too short. The second one, it felt alright, but I just couldn't get it shorter. So the setup felt right, but in my head I was thinking, is this professional? I don't know, is this a good setup? I played that for like half a year. Then I went to the guitar store. He actually looked at my setup and said it looks proper. But then he said they could maybe remove like 1 millimeter still, which is what I did, and now it actually feels great. Also, I don't have that thought in the back of my head anymore telling me maybe this is not a professional setup guitar. So after 2 years, finally I got a professional guitar setup and it feels great. It was worth the anxiety of having to deal with a bad setup and going to a different store. First I had some anxiety bringing my guitar to a guitar store, because years ago a friend had a huge troubled story with the bass. They just couldn't get it fixed. He had to bring it to another store and it was just a whole journey. So yeah, Martin Guitars has these certified dealers, but I just brought it to the nearest guitar store. They were not like Martin certified. They didn't even sell Martin strings. Maybe Martin is very exclusive about that. So they gave me some, what are these extra long lasting phosphorized D'Addario strings. In a way it sounds a bit more neutral. Like Martin has kind of a very specific sound. I was never much about string sounds and stuff like that, but in this one I could hear the difference. They just feel a little less Martin, but yeah, more neutral in a way. Long story short, I would recommend everyone, if you have any problems with your guitar, maybe learn how to fix it yourself. Watch some videos, just try stuff out, but if it doesn't feel right, just bring it to a guitar store. And in the meantime, listen to my new song, Save the World. Save the World by Robert Jakob, out on all platforms. When you're gonna save the world, when you're gonna save the world. Oh no, listen to my song, Love is Just a Little Game. Love is just a little game, this is what they always claim, but no one can tell me who makes the rules. Love is just a little game, this is what they always claim, but no one can tell me who makes the rules. Robert Jakob on all streaming platforms. Peace. Get your guitar fixed now! Get it 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 fixed! And like, maybe there's a difference between musicians and actually people knowing how to build an instrument. Everything is becoming so DIY nowadays. I don't think it has to be. It's good to be able to delegate and let professionals do their thing. Like, I wouldn't know how to build a guitar. I could build like a guitar that sounds like it was built 10,000 years ago. I would not know how to build this. Just like I wouldn't know how to build a laptop to record my music. I would not know how to build a microphone. So yeah, fair wages for everybody. Maybe I should get my electric guitar checked, because every time I turn the knobs, it makes these sounds.